8 of the greatest stars in the game, playing for $195,000 in the World Invitational Tennis Classic. Competing on equal terms, 4 women: Yvonne Goolagong, Virginia Wade, Sue Barker, Martina Navratilova, and 4 men: Rod Laver, Bjorn Borg, Arthur Ashe, Elina Stasi. From Sea Pines Plantation, Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, in this setting of incomparable beauty. First prize is $50,000, with $30,000 going to the runner-up, the best in world tennis. Hello again from the Sea Pines Racquet Club, Hilton Head Island. I'm Chris Schenkel, inviting you to our second match in a series of 11 on the 4th Annual World Invitational Tennis Classic, where 8 of the world's finest players are battling for the $195,000 at stake. If you were with us last week, Yvonne Goolagong of Australia picked up a victory point in a tough match against young 20-year-old Sue Barker. So today we have the defending champion, the great Rod Laver, going against possibly the best tennis player in the world, Bjorn Borg. Speaking of best, Pancho Gonzales, Hall of Famer. I'm going to put you on the spot now and tell us about the Borg-Laver match coming up.
Well, the young against the older again, and how do you really make a choice? I like to go with Laver because I'm one of the older fellows myself, but you can't go against the youth and the Wimbledon champion, Bjorn Borg.
All right, that was Pancho's prediction. His pointers later. Right now, let's go down to courtside. And another member of our WITC team, Andrea Kirby.
Thanks, Chris. You know, this is a tough opening match for the defending champion, Laver, against Bjorn Borg, who's a very strong, young, aggressive player, and he tends to just wear down the opposition. Laver, on the other hand, in his late 30s, may have a problem with stamina this afternoon. In the series, Bjorn Borg is dominated. Out of 6 matches they've had, Borg has won 4, and Laver only 2. So if Laver is to win this match, he probably needs to win it with short points, putting the points away, getting the point early, and possibly even winning in the first 2 sets. Otherwise, he could have a problem if it goes to 3 sets. But it should be a good match, and we'll be back for the action right after this.
On my right, one of the all-time greats of tennis and defending champion of this event, from Australia and Palmetto Dunes, Hilton Head Island, please welcome Rod Laver. On my left, the current Wimbledon champion from Sweden, Bjorn Borg. Borg has won the toss and elected to receive. Laver will serve. The linesman ready?
You're looking at Rodney Laver, the defending champion of the World Invitational Tennis Classic. A year ago, 40,000. Now going against Bjorn Borg, the Wimbledon champion in 1976. 15 love.
And Rodney, serving, moving in there, had a little bit of trouble misjudging the topspin backhand of Bjorn Borg. 15-all. Good stretch by Rod Laver, who seems to be just as agile as ever, for a 30-15 lead.
38-year-old Rod Laver against 20-year-old Bjorn Borg.
You don't have to say that.
What does Laver have to do to beat Borg in this first men's semifinals, Pancho?
He has to attack. You can't get tied up in long rallies with Bjorn because Bjorn physically is younger, and he'd be delighted for this thing to go 3 sets. it's a nice cool day, and I think it will give Rod the added confidence of going all out without having to pace himself. 30 all. But that forehand topspin that Bjorn hits bounces very high. It's very difficult for a player to handle, even when he's at his very peak. And Rodney's return on that shot just now indicated that he'll have to get used to it. Advantage for Bjorn Borg. Chance to break serve. Deep, topspin lob attempted by Bjorn Borg. 30 all, or a deuce. Bjorn hits a lot of short balls with the topspin that he uses. I think Rodney has to be patient and wait for the short one and try to move into the net on it. Now there's one. He hit a good forehand and he stepped back, but that's pretty much, I think, the style of play he'll have to use. Advantage Laver.
Oh.
Game Laver.
The old strong forehand that Rodney's always had.
And you certainly wouldn't know, Pancho, that there was 18 years difference in their ages.
Here's Rod Laver. He kind of wrong foots Bjorn Borg there with the serve down the line. And then that big forehand that he's been known for.
The World Invitational Tennis Classic. This is our second match in a series of 11. The Classic created by the Ford Motor Company.
Backhand by Laver was a little bit wide, but the lineman here on a deep baseline shot by Laver also, I think, definitely missed a call. It looked like 2 or 3 inches out. He didn't call it. 15 love for Borg. Yeah, beautiful forehand, low forehand volley by Rod Laver, 15 all.
The umpire in the chair is a veteran, Mike Blanchard.
Drop shot attempt, fell short.
30-15.
May be a good play, but I don't think he's going to win off of him, as Borg, one of the quicker of the top tennis players that we've had in recent years. 30-15. Good serve by Bjorn Borg, 40-15.
Service aces do count in our competition. Von Gulagong leading with 1 in last week's match in a victory over Sue Barker.
And Bjorn looks like he's going for the service ace competition. There's that great forehand by Borg. And they are now at 1 all.
Games are 1 all.
Bjorn Borg, you said he just seems to never lose. When he won Wimbledon in 1976, he didn't lose a set, Pancho.
Not a set. I didn't recall that. There's that high top spin. Even though it was shallow, it bounced very high, very hard to handle. Laver misjudged it. Love 15. And a forehand, well hit, but caught the tape. Love 30. A very fast pace that these players are starting at for this style of court. Usually they're much longer rallies and maneuver each other around a bit. But these are really 2 of the big hitters of the game. Double fault by Rod Laver. Love 40.
Game
a break here in the World Invitational Tennis Classic. Borg leading 2-1 in the first and best of 3 competition. We'll be back.
Oh, God, he's really swinging at that serve of his, the first one. He's swinging so hard that it's flying wildly off his racket. 15 love. Also, he uses a very tightly strung racket, which the ball leaves it immediately. There's that flick backhand that's very hard to read for a winning cross-court shot.
30 love.
30 love.
Talk about Bjorn's moving in the court, how beautifully he is, how quick.
He gets what I call a late start on the shot, but he's so incredibly fast that he can get the late start and still round down the balls. 30-15. Not like a Nastasi, who gets a very quick start on the ball. But with the Borg, it's his topspin shots that are so difficult to handle because you have to concentrate so much. The ball's going to jump at you all the time.
And Pancho, physically, he's long enough, legs, arms, to get to the ball.
He's quite a bit taller than people think. 30 all. He rushes his serve a little bit, goes into the second serve. A good steady second serve, never misses.
That's beautiful tennis.
Well, you can see the speed that Borg had up to the net easily and then back to the lob easily. And it puts pressure on Rod Laver. Rod just overplays the shots and eventually made the error.
Full house here at the center court, Sea Pines Plantation, for our second match in a series of 11.
And Borg here trying to get to 3-1 in this first set. There it is again, the high bouncer to Laver. He can't seem to find the answer to it yet. Borg leading 3-1.
He leads 3-1.
Our overall victor gets $50,000, but to the player that serves the most aces, this 1977 Chateau Ford Club wagon. Van Goulegong in the lead with 1. Son in a good position for this, the first of 2 men's singles semifinal matches. The winner to meet the winner of the Nastasi Arthur Ashe semifinal.
Good forehand approach by Rod Laver, taking advantage of the short ball. 15 love.
Little traction problem down there.
Rod Laver kind of wrong footing Bjorn Borg. As you could see, Bjorn was slipping and sliding, trying to recover. Couldn't quite make it.
What does wrong footing mean, Pancho?
Well, it means that you sort of hold your shot and let the fella commit himself to a movement and then hit behind him. Hit to the point that he's moving from. Good approach shot by Rod Laver, setting up the volley. 30 love.
30 love.
Good points.
Yes.
You can just hear the power, too, can't you?
You can,
There are many
yes.
microphones around. Our old friend Joel Hulbert is the net judge.
15.
Rod Laver attempting a very dangerous approach, trying to pick off that topspin shot on the rise. Really a difficult shot to try. Missed the sideline. 30-15. And another drop shot attempt by Laver. Just caught the top. 30-all. Too tough a shot to try to make from the baseline. And it's certainly not going to wear a young guy like Borg out. That little ball boy missed the ball. Super little workers that help on the tennis court. Oh, boy, no doubt about that one.
Rod looking at the line, however.
Well, the ball looked like it hit right on the line. 40-30.
In the future, in our competition at WITC, will be Laver Ash going against Nastasi Borg in the men's doubles.
Out game, Laver.
All right, Laver winning the fifth game here.
Good attacking shot by Rod Laver, getting into the net, forcing the air. Love 15.
Borg leading 3-2 in the first set, best of 3.
Great approach shot by Bjorn Borg. I don't think it was able for you to see it on the screen, but the ball took a bad bounce as it hit the line, and he had to correct on it. Which he did very quickly and successfully. 15-all. And a beautiful recovery by Rod Laver, showing that tremendous speed that he's had all the years in tennis he's played.
15-30.
15-30. And there, a surprise attack off of the second serve of Bjorn Borg by Rod Laver, 15-40.
15-40.
The pace of this match has been just tremendous by these two big hitters. Top spin, backhand, down the line by Bjorn Borg. Appeared like it was going to go out as it was very high, but the top spin kept it in. And this is the true effectiveness of that topspin, is on the passing shot. Let ball. 30-40, a chance for Laver to break back. Laver again attempting to move in on the short ball by Bjorn, but misjudging it. Deuce. Just wide of the line.
Advantage Borg.
Advantage Borg. Borg looking at the lineman, because earlier in this set the lineman there did miss a ball. Good forehand, forcing the air by Rod Laver. Deuce. Although Borg never really questions calls, he just kind of smiles as he looks at a lineman.
Advantage Borg.
we said in the men's doubles, it'll be Nastasi and Borg against Laver and Ash. That ought to be something.
And 2 errors by Rod Laver costing him that game. In the end, Borg now leads 4 games to 2.
And now we're ready for the 7th game in this first set in the best-of-3 competition. A tough must game right now for Rod Laver serving.
I would say that every game has got to be a tough must game for Rod Laver. 38 years old and out here playing against about a 20-year-old. A tough job.
Out. 15 love.
15 love. Borg looks a little bit nervous out there. I guess, you know, there's a...
Or in a hurry.
Yes, quite in a hurry.
The true citizen of the world. Born in Sweden, lives in Monaco, 20 years old, rich.
And right at the moment showing that he's got respect for Laver. There's a great forehand passing shot of his. 15 all.
15 all.
I think he's a little bit rushing because he does respect Laver, and he doesn't want Laver to get into this match. Volley was just over the baseline.
And Rod worked so hard for that one.
15-30. Well, Rod's finding out right now what it was like, you know, playing him a few years back when he had that strong topspin forehand that used to kick up on you.
One of the all-time greats.
Good approach shot by Rod Laver, 30 all. Approach shot right down the middle, and it is a well-known fact by most of the players who claim that if you're going to go in on Borg, it's better to go in right down the middle, cut off his angle.
Rod Laver, only a few short years ago, became one of the first to win $100,000 in a season, and right here in our series, you could win $50,000. Rod won 40 as the champion last year. Oh, how tennis has changed, Pancho.
And how?
You're the one that knows, right? You and Lou Hode that helped make it what it is today, players like that.
Quiet, would you please?
No, I just like to bring it up. I just want to say how great you are and were.
A good drop shot. Rod Laver showing in the last 3 points the knowledge and the experience. There is a serve, and now he moves in, and you see he just sort of barely tapped the ball over. But there's a service.
It's all even now. Goulagon with one in last week's match, and now Rod Laver. Oh, exciting tennis. Hope you're enjoying it. Pancho, I asked you earlier about Laver's strategy to beat Borg. Has he changed his game plan?
Well, he started off hitting hard and then trying the angles. By doing that, he gives Borg the angle in the return. So the last game, he seemed to approach to the net by hitting down the middle, and he won a couple of points and ended up winning the game. So that is a matter of changing your game plan and testing something different. And of course, if it continues to pay off, I'm sure that he'll do it. He has the experience and the knowledge to know how to do those things. Beautiful forehand by Bjorn Borg, cross court. Harder and harder. 30 love.
Gets there so quickly.
Yes, he does. Laver is slipping and sliding just slightly on the court. Couldn't recover for that last shot. Now there's another ball that Laver looked like he was going to go into the net. He hit it right down the middle and won the point. So maybe that's the answer. 30-15. 40-15. That is not going to win Laver very much, because I can tell you that Borg is not affected much by drop shots. You're not going to win the point off the drop shot, and you're not going to tire him out.
Game Borg.
So Borg takes a 5-3 lead here in the first set in the best of three. First of the two men's singles semifinals.
Laver having a little bit of trouble with his backhand drive.
Love 15.
Love 15. Approach shot was wide of the mark. And there's another shot by Borg with the tremendous topspin he hits. The ball just jumps. It's very hard to judge it. Love 30. I think Laver's making a mistake trying to hit that ball instead of concentrating more on meeting it in the center. Love 40. Laver losing his patience, choosing to try to hit a winner into the net.
Game in first set to Borg, 6 games.
Very discouraged Rod Laver, losing the first set to Borg, and is going to have to change something in the second set.
There he is, the great champion, losing the first set in the best of three, Rod Laver. Well, let's get a reaction as Andrea Kirby is there with Rod.
Rod, you were having a great deal of trouble with Borg's high bouncing shot in that first set, only trying to maybe put it away for winners. Will you change your game plan in the second set?
Well, if I'm allowed. It's one. Yeah, Bjorn hits a lot of heavy topspin, and ball comes over the net, really high, and it gets up high, and it's it's a difficult shot for like anybody to play, to try and penetrate. And it's not really my game to stay back and keep rolling those balls backwards and forwards. So I'll try and roll for a while, but I think I'll maybe come in on a bit more. And I'm making more errors, I feel, just by making the error on the approach shot. It's maybe just trying a little too hard, getting too close to the line. So maybe I'll come down the middle a little more.
Okay, thanks, Rod.
And we're glad to have Rod's wife, Mary, back here at Sea Pines Plantation again, Pancho. Lovely lady.
Yes, and she a little bit concerned at the moment.
And here's Andrea with Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn, I understand that you have a very tightly strung racket, probably tighter than anyone else on the tour. Does that help on this type service, and does that play a part in the fact that it bounces so high along with the way you hit it?
Well, usually I always string my racket very tight. Since now 3 years back I've been stringing very tight. It doesn't matter which surface I play on. I feel like that I have to have it very tight. I've been trying to play with a loose racket, and it's no way. I don't have any feel, and if I play with a loose racket, then I hit a lot of errors and I hit out a lot of points. But with the tight racket, the ball stops in the racket, so it feels good.
Would it work just as well for some other player to have it that tightly strung?
I don't know. Maybe it's, you have to get used to it. Maybe it's difficult in the beginning. Even for me it was difficult, but then I got used to it.
Now back to Chris and Pancho.
Pancho, here's your big chance. Pronounce her name.
Well, she is one of our young, up-and-coming professional tennis players by the name of Mariana Seminescu.
Bjorn Borg's lady friend. So now here we go, into the second set. Borg will serve. Won the first set, if you just joined us, 6-3. First of two men's singles semifinals. The other in the future will be Nastasi against Arthur Ashe.
12-15.
And he seemed to lose his footing on that one. His foot just slid right out from under him, and he just snapped at the ball. Double fault. Serving with new balls. And Borg there with plenty of time tried to whip the ball cross court, caught the tape, love 30. And a good cross-court return of serve by Rod Laver put Borg in trouble. Love 40, and a chance for Rodney here to jump into the lead in the second set. And a wildly misjudged ball by Borg gives Laver a service break and leads 1-love in the second set.
First game, second set.
Ready now for the second game, second set. Borg leading, or rather Laver leading 1-love and serving. Some point, Pancho.
Oh, boy. Great point. Laver moving in on a short approach shot. Couldn't handle the volley. Love 15. But some incredible shots in that 1 point alone.
Second game, second set. Borg won the first 6 games to 3.
Laver moving in, going into the net, attempting to get into the net at every opportunity.
Hang on to your racket.
Swinging at it so hard he almost lost it. And there's a great move by Rod Laver.
30-15.
Getting in a little bit closer, making a more offensive volley. Good serve, 40-15.
And Rod Laver won the top prize of $40,000 last year. The overall winner this year will receive $50,000 plus a 1977 Ford Thunderbird. Oh, cat and mouse.
That made it look too easy.
You top players are too much.
Laver leading now 2 games to love. Has come back. Time. The foot fault judge has to cross over and get into position to call the foot faults. Good serve by Bjorn. 15-love.
It just turned the racket in Rod's hand, didn't it?
Yes. Beautiful passing shot by Rod Laver. 15-all.
15-all.
And that's his first passing shot in this match.
That's because Borg doesn't come into the net very often.
That's right.
Out.
30-15.
30-15.
Bjorn Borg, one of the really world top players on clay, usually stays back, but he can come into the net when he knows he's hit an offensive shot.
40-15.
40-15. I think these players are trying to figure out, you know, who can hit the ball the hardest.
Just like a computer mind. You have total recall on shots that you need, Pancho.
Well, he started to swing at that ball, Rod did, and then delayed it and hooked it cross court. Borg, moving in the wrong direction, had no chance. 40-30.
Out game Borg.
So Borg wins the first game here in the second set, having won the first set 6-3. Laver, however, leads. We're in the fourth game, second set. Laver leading 2-1.
Laver moving into a very offensive position at the net. Missed the volley. Borg over there looking at a ball that looked like it may have just touched the line. Really has been some incredible line calls. I mean, good calls by that. For the most part, people who are calling balls that look like they're out but just touch the line, calling them correctly. Now Laver rushing the shot. First a volley, now an approach shot. Finds himself in trouble. Love 30. There was no rushing that one as he attempted his overhead smash perfectly. 15-30. Great approach shot by Rod Laver. 30-all.
30-all.
Wind coming up just a little bit more now.
Very often it's difficult to tell the direction.
Well, you see players sometimes will look up at the flags to get an indication. Good overhead smash from the backhand side by Borg. Forced that air. Borg has a chance to get back into the second set. Get his service break back. Oh! I can't believe what had happened to that, except that Borg just totally misjudged it.
And a lot of us, including, I'm sure, a few viewers, have done that. Let's look again.
That's a real strike.
As my pal Phil Harris would say, keep it up, you got a no-hitter going.
Even the players right now are laughing about it. It's a very unusual situation. Back to deuce.
You've often had a concern that Bjorn worked at this game too hard. But he's matured physically, has he not?
Well, he took a rest on that shot. And it looked like he took a rest on that shot, too. Advantage Laver.
Laver leading here in the second set, 2-1. Borg won the first set, 6-3.
Oh, a great double-handed backhand by Borg down the line. Deuce.
It just proved your point about passing shots coming to the net, right?
Well, Borg's got such great passing shots that he doesn't have to go to the net, and he doesn't mind if the opponent comes to the net. It's quite difficult to figure out how to beat him.
Turn back the clock.
Yeah, that would help. Laver again going for the big shot. Caught the tape and it went over the sideline. A little angry at himself. Borg again with an opportunity to break serve and get back into the second set. And there's a great passing shot off the double-hander again by Borg. Break serve, 2-all in the second set.
Games are 2-all.
Laver, who's fighting to get back into this match, lost that lead. Stretched out wide, he still manages tremendous power off that backhand volley of his, so you can see that he can get into the net and he's quite effective. Borg at 15-love.
Love.
30-love.
Well, we've got an uninvited guest here.
No, he was applauding Borg's forehand. And Borg, a little anxious and trying to hit a winner off the backhand into the net. 30-15.
Up.
40-15 as Laver's shot goes wide of the mark again. Well, there you see again Laver coming in with an approach shot down the middle, and Borg just couldn't handle that. 40-30. Oh, an outright winner by Borg, and he now leads 3-2.
During each of our matches, we proudly present a segment featuring Pancho Gonzales, now with his pointers to help improve your game.
And here we have Bjorn Borg, the Iron Man. I refer to him because he is so powerful with his topspin shots, always moving, a great runner on the tennis court, great stamina, always getting his feet in position. There you see he got down very low and kept his eye right on the ball, playing from the baseline as most of the professional players will do when they play on clay. He generates a lot of topspin by letting the racket head drop below the ball, and then he comes straight up and over the ball. And this is his idea of the best shot. I personally do not recommend this for the average player because it takes a real good eye and a lot of practice to become consistent. Here Borg shows how much strength and speed. As you see, he slides right into that, stops just as he finishes the shot, and again he recovers with good footwork. Now he's got to go back for a lob, so he's full speed again as he continues to pick up. Now he looks at the ball, gets set, racket back, and he actually did move into the ball just as he hit it, even though he fell backwards. Now he moves back in on the balls of his feet, gets the left foot forward, and here, watch as he turns right around, giving him the depth that is needed in professional tennis. A very powerful wrist Bjorn Borg has, and on his backhand he has a two-handed shot, but a very loose wrist action on this. You see how he just sort of flicks at it. And this is his style of play that has made him so famous in recent years. Now going for the forehand again, he can also hit with an open stance. With his great speed, he just about covers any shot that he wants. Moving in for the drop shot, which apparently did not go over. Now, Bjorn Borg has one of the most powerful serves in the game of tennis. Maybe not as consistent as some of the other steady big servers, but watch him as he goes up and starts to extend for the serve. Now look at his knees as he stretches up for the ball, and this full extension is what will give you the power behind your serve. You notice how his body went straight into the court. That's his follow-through that was carrying him in. As soon as he got ready for the return, he sort of just started bouncing back on his feet. And now let's take a look at Rod Laver and see what type of a game he has. Left-hander, 5'8", and a beautiful motion on his serve. I would say Rod Laver, for his size, has one of the better serves the game has ever had. And as a volleyer, all-around game, and here you see how he gets right down close to the ball and keeps his eye on it and has that very satisfied look. And footwork. Well, Rod Laver was nicknamed the Rocket because he was so quick. And he had to be quick because at 5'8", he doesn't have the reach of an Nastasi or an Arthur Ashe or some of the other taller players. So he has to keep his feet moving constantly and always moving inside, trying to penetrate and get into the net. Also because he's 5'8", he hits a lot of shots at shoulder height. So you see him really get up on his shots, on his toes, recovers back in the position. One of the secrets of making your shots really good is once you've made the shot, recover back to the second. There, that's the best stroke he's had all day. Well, he's trying to hit with Borg, and you know, the fellow can hit harder than you all of a sudden, and he's maybe a little bit quicker. You can't go out there and try to play his game. You got to fumble around and scratch and stumble and just sort of dink the balls back and change the style. Rod is a very proud player, and he's always enjoyed the thought that he hit the ball very hard, but now that he's got to change it just a little bit, especially against a guy like Borg. Look at that speed. Look at this.
Look at this.
And then Laver overhits. Now Laver can't hit the ball any better. You see Borg scramble, scramble, scramble.
I think that Rod was 18 years old when Bjorn was born.
15-30. See, now Rodney is incredibly frustrated because of the fact that he's hit such great shots and the balls come back. This is not to say that Rod's not playing pretty well. The other guy's just a great clay court player.
And knowing Rod, who's got great temperament, actually. But every now and then you're going to get rid of some frustrations. Of course, Pancho, you never did hit balls in the air because you were disgusted with yourself?
Only when we were just testing them. But look at the great shot he had to hit to win the point. I mean, a perfect drop shot just to win 1 point.
30-40.
30-40. Still a chance for Borg to break serve again, take a commanding lead in this match.
Out. Game Borg. Borg leads 4-2.
Rodney cannot handle the very low volley. He seems to be pulling away from the ball instead of following through to hold it in court. There's a topspin forehand down the line that paid off for Rodney. Very difficult to come into the net on this court. As you slip and slide, you lose your footing, you cannot recover.
And that good shot was acknowledged by Borg.
shot by Laver. Perfect backhand down the line. About 30.
Third passing shot for Laver. And the grunt and groaning of Borg, huh?
Let ball. I don't know if the net judge called it. And Borg is indicating for him to put his finger on it so that he can not only hear it, but he can feel it as the vibration reaches him. There's a great topspin by Bjorn Borg, 15-30. No chance for Rodney.
Pancho, Borg's hitting on 50% of his first serves.
Well, service is not all that important on clay. You know, if you're hitting around the lines, it may be important because the lines here are made of a kind of a canvas tape. And actually, the ball will pick up about 10 or 15 miles per hour speed if it hits right on the line. So if you can do that, well, then it's important. But clay court is more a game of ground strokes, passing shots, and maneuvering around. Shot by Rod Laver. Moving Borg around a bit that point.
30-40.
And he's got an opportunity here himself to break serve and get back into the second set. I'm sure he's saying to himself, what is it you have to do to win a point off this guy? That's what you have to do. And that game to Rod Laver.
So the veteran trying to come back here in the must second set in our best of three. Borg now, after 7 games, leading 4 games to 3, and we will be back. This is no different because Rod Laver, the defending champion, playing Bjorn Borg. And he now leads in service aces, one of the unique features of this format. Rod Laver with 2. Last week, Ivan Gulagon got 1. And the player with the most service aces, now Laver 3, will this year receive a 1977 Ford Club wagon. Go get him, Rod.
And he's serving with new balls, which would help him. And there's an ace off the forehand. 40 love for Rod Laver, taking advantage of the added speed of the new ball, getting back into the second set.
Back-to-back aces, Pancho. That has to demoralize an opponent a little bit.
Very unusual on clay court, especially against a fast mover like Borg. And again, the approach shot down the middle pays off. 4 games apiece in the second set.
All right. 9th game should be really something, so don't go away. I'm glad you're not going anywhere.
And Laver, who hit the lob over Borg's head, became a little hesitant moving in and was caught out of position, eventually lost the point.
Since you're the professional at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Pancho, I have a technical question for you. I said that Rod had 3 service aces. What about Borg missed on a serve earlier? Would that give him 4?
Yes, I would think so.
You know, he whiffed the ball when I said he had a no-hitter gone.
I would think so.
Well, he leads 4-1 over Gulagon.
30-15. Oh, good forehand volley by Borg. Right back behind Rod Laver, 40-15. And for Bjorg, fighting back to maintain this lead in this match. 5-4.
And as Laver tries to battle back, we'll return with the 10th game, but first this. And now for the 10th game, second set here at Sea Pines Racket Club. Rod Laver limbering up to serve here in the 10th game, a very important one. This is the defending champion.
Yes, sir. Still limbering up. I guess his muscles just keep stiffening up on him as he goes to the sideline. And there he moves in very quick. His legs are still carrying him right into the net behind that serve. 15-love. He indicated earlier, Chris, that he thought that if he went in down the center on Bjorn Borg, that he would have more success.
You mean
and
like
there
that?
Is an ace down the center.
Number 5 for Rod Laver. He is really out in the lead. Last week, Yvonne Goolagong with 1. That's all toward the 1977 Ford Chateau Club Wagon.
And a 30-love lead in this game. And there he is again. Good volley down the line. Borg couldn't handle it. 40-love. About to tie this second set. Laver fighting back. And there it is. Game to Rod Laver. Scores now stand at 5 games apiece.
5-0, second set.
Must have a reserve somewhere when you're 38 years old, Pancho.
I think he's mad. He's hitting that volley harder and harder and harder. But you have to go to the net on Bjorn Borg. Oh, hell. I saw that one coming. He tried to move in and club it cross court, misjudged it, hit it wildly. He's laughing. Here it is where he really, you could see he just jumped at the ball. It got behind him. 15-love.
Oh.
Volleys down the middle seem to be very effective on this clay court. 30-love. Misjudged again. 40-love.
40-love.
Laver forcing the play again, going into the net. 40-15. Good serve by Borg, and he now leads 6-5.
In the second set. More action coming up. First, let's take a pause.
6 games.
Laver to serve. It's 5-6 here in the second set. Must set for Laver as Borg won the first 6 games to 3. And a victory point at stake.
Drop volley attempt by Laver. Fell short of the mark. Love 15.
The whole serve will go to the 12-point tiebreaker, Pancho. Look at that Borg get to lobs.
And Laver, taking no chances, used all the speed he could to cut the short lob off for a perfect placement, 15-all. These guys are out here for blood.
A victory point's so important, because then you'll meet the winner of the Ash Nastasi singles semifinal. The player with the most victory points at the end wins $50,000 plus the 1977 Ford Thunderbird.
15-30.
Backhand attempt by Rod Laver. He felt that it got too high, and he's looking back at the flags to see if the wind took it out. Laver down 15-30. And that very simple high topspin forehand change, a complete change of pace by Borg. Laver was totally thrown off by it. A weak return into the net. Borg now at match point. And there it is. Great backhand by Borg for a perfect ending.
So he takes away a victory point from the defending champion, Rod Laver. And our courtside reporter, Andrea Kirby, will be there to talk to both players, and following a straight sets win by Borg, the comments should be interesting. Don't go away.
Rod, you lost today, but as you remember last year, although you lost the singles match, you went on to win the tournament. And it certainly wasn't shabby tennis. You had 5 aces. What the heck do you have to do to beat this guy?
Well, Bjorn's so exceptionally talented, and on growing up on these courts, playing most of his career on a clay court, he has perfected this high topspin on both sides, forehand and backhand, and it's just as difficult for me to penetrate. The ball was just a little bit too high for me to really give it a good whack and come in behind it, and when I did, he's got such great passing shots that not much I could do. I felt my game was a little bit below par, but for the amount of tennis I've been playing, I was happy with my form to some extent. I could have not lost a few of those easy points and let some of my games get away, but in general, I think we had some good tennis.
Well, even though you lost today, of course, you still have a chance to win this tournament, as you did last year, so good luck.
Oh, thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
The gracious Australian champion, Rod Laver. Now the young man who has a chance to win it all this year, Bjorn Borg with Andrea Kirby.
Bjorn, you won today, but you have another singles match coming up. Who would you rather face in that second match, Nastasi or Ash?
Well, I think, maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe I prefer to play Ash, because I know that he's playing much better on fast surface, and Illy, he's a round player. He can play whatever. It doesn't matter which surface he plays on. He's a tough player.
You have a very unorthodox style, and especially your forehand. It works for you, but would you recommend it for a young player?
Well, it depends how they start to play. I mean, I have a Western grip. It's a very strange grip, but if a kid start to play and it maybe suits his game, it feels good for him, then I think he should continue to play with it. I mean, it doesn't matter how you hit your stroke. The important thing is the ball is coming over the net, and if it feels good, then I think you should play with it for sure.
Well, it's known that you work very hard on your game. Are you having any fun while you're playing tennis?
Sure, I really enjoy to play tennis. Otherwise, I shouldn't play tennis. I mean, I travel around the world like 8-9 months every year, and I really enjoy it. I really love tennis.
So that does make you have fun out of life, though. I mean, are there other things in your life beside that?
Sure, it's a lot of things besides tennis. It's not only tennis, it's my life, but tennis is my job, and maybe that's the important point in my life at the moment.
Congratulations for today's match, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. Now back to Chris.
Well, I know all of you enjoyed the contrast in styles and in ages. Borg with that big victory point over 38-year-old Rod Laver. And Pancho, can Rod Laver ever come back to that great world-class player that he was for so long?
Well, speaking from experience, Chris, I would say no. Occasionally he's going to have some good tennis, but when you get to be as good a player as Rod Laver, there are a lot of fans around who want to still continue watching you play, and so I think it's good for him to keep on playing.
Oh, of course, because of the great popularity of the type of competition you've been playing in, Pancho. Look how the folks flock out to see you seniors, and it's very, very important for the veterans to keep at it. And you can't say too much about Rod Laver. 2 Grand Slams and everything he's done.
Well, you can't say anything, take away anything from him. So I think he should continue playing, and it'll be good for him physically. It's just great satisfaction in playing a great sport.
By the way, do you realize that you're 2 love in the prediction department after 2 weeks of matches here on television?
Well, I have somebody upstairs helping me along.
Did I hear you once say that you were going to be 11 love? 11 love?
11-0 after this series, only if the odds are right.
Now, next week, another pivotal match. It's the second women's singles semifinal, and it brings in Martina Navratilova going against one of my favorites, Virginia Wade.
Yes, I know that. Virginia struggled and had a great match last series in this competition, and I look for this to be a great match as well.
Pancho, we look forward to seeing you, not only you, but also Andrea Kirby, right here at Center Court, Sea Pines Racket Club. So join us 1 week from today for more action in the World Invitational Tennis Classic. Until then, so long.